Ah, all these moving boxes got all this fuzz in the air. Hey y'all, hey y'all. We have a interview conversation type vibe with Eli's ex. A lot of people have been having a lot of conversations about, oh, Feenyx, you're only talking to Eli, you support Eli. Have you heard from his baby mama? And I haven't, but she did reach out to me and give the opportunity to come and speak for herself, and tell her side of the story and what has happened over the years and what she would like to be known. So if you guys are not already tapping the screen, let's tap to 10K and we need 100 shares. So everybody tap the screen and get the room hot. We're going to wait for her to come up. Once we hit our goals, I'll go ahead and bring her up in the panel so we can have a conversation with her. So this is not exactly going to be an interview because she's not exactly a creator, but it will be a conversation where we can discuss what she's been through, what she would like to say, and her side of the story when it comes to her and her ex, Eli. So please share the live. Everybody share the live. Tap the screen if you're not already tapping the screen. We're going to get into the conversation. So Sammy, if you're here, just wait for me for a second. We're going to get our tap goals and our share goals, and then I'll bring you up. So if you want to go ahead and request down below, once we hit our goals, I'll let you up. So everyone keep tapping the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live. Let's get into it. I think it's very important to hear both sides of every story. And I already told Eli that I would be speaking to her if she reached out to me. I told y'all that I would be speaking to her if she reached out to me, and we are going to do that today. So anything that needs to be heard and said from her end, she will have every right to do that today. And I'm excited to get the chance to just hear her side as well, because I think every single situation is best to have conversations on both ends. So please share the live, tap the screen. We need 100 shares. We're at 57 and we need 10K taps. So I need everybody to tap the screen, tap the screen. If you haven't sent your heart me today, send your heart me. If you're not already following me, make sure you follow. And let's get into it. Once we hit our goals, I'll have her come up so we can have a conversation. Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Erica. Thank you guys for the gifts. If you haven't sent your heart me, make sure you send your heart me. Heart me, heart me, heart me. Tap the screen. Wingo, I see you saying Bop. That's cool. Thank you for the engagement in my chat. Don't mute him. Don't block him. It's cool. We'll let him do his shit in the chat because we love the extra free engagement. You feel me? So we hit 10K taps. We need 100 shares. We're at 89. Just keep sharing the live. Share the live. Keep the room hot. And we're going to bring Sammy up so she can speak for herself. Okay? So if you're not already doing that, make sure you do. We just hit it. Thank you guys for the engagement and the interaction. And we're going to go ahead and bring Sammy up now. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Sammy.
Camera. Okay.
There you are. Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
Good. I'm having a good day. I'm chilling. So we have so it's not exactly an interview, but it is going to be, I'm going to ask you questions. I want you to tell me how you feel, things that you want to really make known. And we're going to go through all of that today. And now everybody is having this notion that, oh, you support Eli, you believe him, you da-da-da. The fact of the matter is, during our interview, I told him I would speak to Sammy as well. I said, if Sammy reached out to me and she would like to speak, she's going to have that opportunity. He said, yup. He was cool with that. He said, I want people to have both sides so they can make their own opinion. So that's what we're doing with Sammy today. I want y'all to keep it cute in the comments. I don't want no disrespect. I don't want
Rosa,
no.
I don't know how to do a green screen. I'm sorry. I don't know how to.
So green screen, you would go down to the bottom of the screen where it says enhance, and then you click that, and then you click effects. And then when you go to effects, you scroll to the right of the top of the screen and you click green screen. And you want the one that has like a picture with a sun and like a little mountain with an arrow pointing down.
Okay, hold on.
And then when you click that, you'll go to green screen.
You say, oh, green screen, okay. And then the sun?
The one with the sun and the mountains and a down arrow. And you click that, and then you click save.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So yes, you guys, Sammy. So let me give it a rundown, you guys. So this is Sammy. This is one of Eli's baby mamas. And she is involved with one of the cases. I don't want to say names of who the kid is, but y'all should know. You guys should have a little information on who she is, and she's going to speak on her side of what she knows with the case and what she dealt with, and her daughter and things like that. So we're here to hear her side of the story. I don't want any disrespect in the comments. No BS, because you will absolutely get muted. Mods, anybody who is being disrespectful to Sammy, Eli, the baby, anything, making up accusations, please mute them. That is not what this is for. So do not think that you're going to come in here and do that. Okay, chat? So let me give a rundown. Sammy, again, is Eli's baby mom, one of the baby moms, and we are giving her an opportunity to speak for herself because he was able to speak and he continues to speak. He goes live. He does everything he needs to do to speak for himself because he has the platform to do that. Sammy also would like a chance to do that in a platform where she will be heard. So, Sammy, first question I want to ask you basically is, you and Eli dated. You also have a child. When did things come to a point where you guys are no longer together and now there's cases between y'all?
Okay, so first and foremost, we never dated. We was friends through mutual friends, and that's how I got to know him. And I want to say this because I got a lot of hate about it. I want to say this. He not like,
Sammy,
like heavy and
hold on. Your Wi-Fi is making you go in and out. Maybe either. Oh, and now you're paused.
Yeah, I turned off my Wi-Fi.
Okay, it still says down at the bottom that your connection is like in and out, but it'll take a second. So go ahead.
Okay, so me and Eli was never like together. We was talking, and then I was like, I'm 21, like I want to have a kid, like I just want a baby girl. So, and then that's when it happened, and then I ended up conceiving. So it all went downhill when I told him I was pregnant. Like, it took me like 2 months to say I was pregnant. I found out literally on my 21st birthday, like a month after. So, yeah. And then it went downhill from there. He was like, I don't want anything to do with the baby, and that's not my baby. And I was like, cool, because like, I got a whole girlfriend. Like, she already knew about the situation. So I was like, I got a whole girlfriend. I don't want anything from you. I don't need you to be in my daughter's life. So that's where it all went down. And then months later, he went to FaceTime and see her. And then he realized that was his daughter. Like, she looked just like him. So that's how it went. And he didn't see her until she was about almost probably I would say 10 months old.
Okay.
1 month old is when he saw her, and then ended up seeing her here and there, whatever. But yeah, so it was never really like a going out situation.
Okay. And so you say that you kind of already knew you wanted a baby, and did he offer to be the one to help you have a baby, or did he it was planned basically?
Yeah, he told me he wanted to get me pregnant. And I was like, okay, yeah, I want a baby. Like, it may sound girl, why you gonna do that? Like, you don't even know him, whatever. I knew him for a year before that, 2 years. And I was like, well, whatever. I wanted a kid, so.
He was a good enough friend that you thought, I can have a baby with him and things are gonna be cool, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so things started to go down when you told him you had a baby. You showed him it was his baby, and it kind of got cool for a little bit. Once he saw his baby, he knew it was his. So then when did it progress to where it's just not good? Like, the conversations turned to not being good, and then, the baby and all that stuff.
So it started turning not good when a first incident happened. I really don't know how old my daughter was, but I ended up having to get a PFA against him because of...
What's a PFA?
A protective custody order. So this is what I told you that I didn't have, couldn't find or whatever. So I ended up getting a PFA against him because my daughter came with, and those are the pictures that you see that she got bruises all over and stuff. So ended up getting that. And then he told me, oh, listen, it wasn't me. I moved out the place where it happened. It was with his first baby mom that unfortunately passed away. So it happened at her house. And he said, oh, it wasn't me or whatever. And I ended up getting a PFA. This was dated think it said, I don't know. But I don't know what the date is, where the date is, sorry. But freaking, this is the PFA that I got. Oh, you just can't see it. I don't know how to mess with this.
With the green screen.
Oh. See, I don't know nothing about this green screen. It won't let me show you.
Because it's white, so it won't let you show it on the green screen.
Okay, so what's that called? I ended up getting a PFA from in February 2016. Okay.
Oh, wait. So you guys knew each other a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought the baby was still young, like 3 or 4.
No, my daughter's currently 9. She's about to be 10 next month.
Oh, okay. Dang. I'm behind on the ages and all. Damn.
Oh, lying on the ages? No. What's that? I'm like, hold on. This is news to me. Nah, she's about to be 10 years old next month. But I ended up getting a PFA. That's when everything went downhill. When my daughter had all them bruises and stuff. And I was like, yeah, this ain't happening. Like, supposedly she hit her head on a glass table, whatever. But she had bruises in her ear, behind her ear, her eye, her head. Like, it was crazy. So I get a PFA. And from then I was like, I'm sorry. I completely went off. I'm like, F you, like, you about to, like, I went off, okay? So then he started threatening me on Facebook and everything about pow, 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 and all of this stuff. And I was like, oh, wow. So, like, let me, because he didn't want to come out. He didn't want to, like, come meet me or none of that. So he wanted to just pow, 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 threaten me and all that stuff. So I went to the cops and I was like, yo, like, I need a PFA from this dude because, like, at the end of the day, I am a mother of a baby. So, like, let me make sure we are protected because we were living in the same city. So I was like, let me do this the right way, the legal way, you know, and I went and got a PFA. So with that, he couldn't contact us or whatever. And, like, it even says, like, about the weapons and, like, the reason why I need a PFA and all of this, like, it said so much stuff. So
you said the first one in 2016.
Yeah. So what's that called? I was like, huh. So that was the first incident, and then after that, he was like, oh, like, I moved out my place. Can you meet me? And I was like, you know what? I'll meet him in a public place. All right. I was like, I'll meet you in a public place, and I still remember that day. We met at the McDonald's public, and I had people that worked there. So I was like, yeah. I called my boys, and I was like, yo, like, I'm meeting my daughter's father. Like, he's kind of skeptical. You know about him. So, like, we're meeting there. So I met him there. He's like, listen, I moved out the place. I'm not with her anymore. I want to get a chance to be in my daughter's life and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. Second dumbest mistake I've ever made. Okay.
I mean, don't even think that, because at the end of the day, you want your daughter to have both parents. So you were doing the right thing as a mom. Like, I want my daughter to have the full experience of both parents. So even if you feel dumb now, know that you were doing it for the right benefits, you know?
Yeah. So that's when everything went downhill. And then I ended up letting him see her again and all of this stuff. And then, what's that called? I let her go over there for overnight. I let her go overnight to his house. And when he brought her back to my house, she was bleeding. Okay? I got the proof here because I ended up bringing my daughter to the hospital. So this is the reason why he had custody of my daughter for a year. Okay? I'm getting to that part. So I ended up bringing my daughter to the hospital because when he brought her to me, she was bleeding in a place she wasn't supposed to. So I'm like freaking out, go and call my mom. Like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, this is crazy. So I went to the hospital, told them about her bleeding, and then she had bruises on her ribs. Okay. So I told them about that, and then it says that he saw that she was bleeding and did nothing. I got the papers here, like all the motions or whatever to modify or whatever. So the cops and stuff, I'm not, like, I suffer from mental illnesses, okay? So me going in there without a lawyer, like, mind you, the cops were called. CYS was called and all of that, which is expected. So I'm like, yeah, going along with them, like, check my daughter, whatever. My daughter suffers from a bone condition called osteochondroma, which she got tumors in her bones. So makes it grow apart and not normal.
Right.
So, yeah.
And does that also make her bones like a little bit more fragile?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It makes it fragile. So basically, that whole situation, they did x-rays and everything, and they claimed that she had broken ribs. They claimed that she had broken ribs, which later on, like a month or two later, they found out that there was no broken ribs. Because it was just because she got a tumor in her ribs, which are, again, spreading her ribs, so it makes it look like it's broken.
Right.
So they ended up charging me, trying to charge me with all of that, with the bleeding, with the rib fractures and everything. Because I took a lie detector test, y'all. I took a lie detector test because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take a lie detector test. Like, no, this ain't me. Like, I'm bringing my daughter to you guys. Like, what? Right. So I took a lie detector. I failed the lie detector test. Okay? I failed my name. I failed where I live. I failed my age. I failed that I did that to my daughter. I failed everything. And it's because, like, I got anxiety.
Right. That's what I was going to say. They should have knew from the first thing, the first set of things that you know. If you failed those, they should have knew it was, nerves. You're nervous. You have anxiety. Your heart is racing faster. That's not you just failing it. There's a lot of things that go into that. And that's why they're not admissible in court, because there's multiple reasons why it doesn't go the right way.
Exactly. So that is the reason why my charges got dropped. I did spend like 7 months in jail trying to prove my innocence, because, they be rescheduling the court dates and all of that. And that's why, like, I'm going through a thing with the whole system that I can't speak on that because they falsified, like, my imprisonment. But anyways, so when I came out, I got a call. Okay? I got a call from a person that's real close to him. Yo, Sammy. I'm like, what's up? She's like, do you know your daughter's in a cast? And I'm like, yo, this is my first day out. What are you talking about? Right. Nobody told me nothing. And she's like, oh, well, Eli got his rights taken away. His grandma got it or whatever. A family member ended up getting it. Look, it says, in recent weeks, physical custody has been transferred to Rodriguez's family member. At this time,
she did say while she was in jail, he had custody of her, but she's explaining right now the custody was taken while she was inside, and it was given to his family member. That's what she's explaining.
Mind you, when I went to jail and they tried to charge me with all of that stuff, I begged them, please, investigate him. I had a PFA against him for assault. My daughter got hurt in his care. Like, please investigate him. He did not want to take a lie detector test. His baby mom didn't want to take a lie detector test. None of them wanted to take a lie detector test. They lawyered up. I'm the only one without a lawyer, without any common knowledge of any legal things, Right. So I'm like, well, listen, I was innocent. So I'm like, I don't need a lawyer up. Like, the heck? So,
and you did say the reason you took her to the hospital originally is because she was bleeding where she shouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, and he even admitted it too, because it says, however, in a police interview, Rodriguez admitted he saw that AP, that's my daughter's initials, was bleeding from her V area at the time he returned AP to the defendant, which the defendant was me.
And at that time, there's no way it was like a period, right?
No, she wasn't even 1 year old. No, she wasn't even 1 year. Yes, she wasn't even one, y'all. Like,
oh, wow.
No, she wasn't even one. So I'm like, dang, he returned her to me like that and didn't even take her to the hospital or even, like, give me a call. Yo, like, I don't know, like, what the heck? So Yeah, so it said at this time, AP has suffered a fracture to her leg and additional injuries to her head and body. Police are currently investigating the matter. So with that, that's the call that I received, that she's in a cast or whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, like, calling my lawyer, I need to get my daughter now.
Right.
Like, what's up? I'm out. I'm free. You look at my name. There's no charges. No charges. And mind you, take it back to them charges. You know how You know how the documents that he posted on his page about it was unfounded?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, if the abuse was unfounded, it would have looked like this. That was for an essay. If the abuse was unfounded, it would have said, suspected causing bodily injury to the child through recent act of failure involving the above named child on 6/24/16, the agency has determined the report to be unfounded.
Right.
It would have said causing bodily injury, not an essay, which the essay was unfounded because I got the report too, which, you know, thank God for that, you know, thank God for that. So, girl, we can't see nothing. I know this green screen won't let me show y'all.
But maybe later on you can either post it on Instagram or something like that if you want people to see a clear view. But she can't really do it with the green screen, y'all, because she's in the car, so she needs the green screen.
Oh, but you can't like go live in the car.
Yeah, sometimes it'll get you clipped if you're in the car because they think that you're in a moving vehicle, even if you're just sitting there.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, so then I ended up calling my lawyer. I ended up going to see my daughter, seeing she was in a cast, which just broke me because like she had both her legs and her hips in a cast. So her legs had a bar in the middle to go like that, to keep that straight. So like, seeing my daughter like that, I was like, dang, she came in, used the bathroom, she can't get up, she can't do nothing. So it's like, it was just too much to handle. But thank God that I ended up getting my daughter away from there. They gave me physical and sole custody of my daughter. So took her out of that. And a lot of people been saying like, this is for clout, I'm looking for money and stuff. And the only reason why I posted that video of like all his charges and stuff was because he kept trying to contact me while still being on probation, which he can't do. Right. So I called his PO. I sent her screenshots of him like saying like, yo, he can't contact me. Why is he trying to contact me? Like, this is a violation. Like, take this dude out my life. Like, he cannot. So did that. And I was like, you know what? I posted it on my Facebook. Like, I posted it on my Instagram, and I even posted it on TikTok. So that's how that video came. And it came out like, got big. Yeah. Because females kept hitting me up and was like, what's Eli to you? Like, I guess they were trying to dig up dirt on him. So that's why my video just
blew up.
Yeah, that's the only reason why everyone was talking, because he kept finessing females on TikTok or whatever the case may be. So they was trying to dig dirt on him, and then so happens that the dirt was me. Right. So,
and then you said that there was the first, y'all, we have went through the first incident, the second incident that she just described, and then there was also a incident where something happened with a femur. Was that still a part of
that's the reason. That's this incident, that the second incident, which she had the cast. He broke her femur and he broke her hip bone. So,
and the femur was both legs, you said?
No, it was just on her right femur. But they had to put the cast on both her legs. I don't know why, but they had to put cast on both her legs. I think had to do because the hip.
To keep her arms straight.
Yeah, she can't move. Wasn't able to move. She couldn't move because then, So I guess that's what it was. But yeah, he broke her.
When it came to that one, what was like the reasoning or the story as to why she got hurt that bad and had to have a cast? Was there anything told to you why or how that happened to her?
So I don't know what the reason was from behind it, but I was told by his grandmom, the one that he first tried to blame it on. I was told by his grandmom, yeah, because he tried to blame it on the old lady. I was told by her and my daughter that he punched her. Daddy punched me because I wouldn't get in my car seat. So, I don't know. And now he's trying to say he was drunk AF and like he was like he ended up turning to drugs or whatever. Oops, sorry. He ended up turning to stuff like that.
Y'all, please tap the screen so that we don't get taken down for that. But
yeah, so like I don't know what his reason was, and that's all I want is the truth.
Yeah.
Claim that you love this little girl and stuff, but just please speak the truth. Give my daughter the justice that she deserves. That's all I want. That's all I want is for him to stay far away from her, because I'll be dang if you're gonna ever get close to her.
Right.
Unless, when she gets 16 or something, then she wants a voice of her own, then I'll be right next to her like, yeah, you gonna listen to her.
And when did this, so all of this happen? It wasn't this year. Was this in like 2018 or 2028?
So he got charged 2018, but then he kept going on the run. He kept running and running and running. Yeah, he kept running, living his life. They didn't want to go and stuff. So he ended up getting charged. Like, he ended up getting caught for strangling a female.
Wait.
Yeah, that's the only reason why he got caught.
So there's even more.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I did not know that.
Oh, well, he got it. Yeah, he got it on his charges. Yeah, that's the only reason why he got caught for my daughter.
So he was running away from your daughter's charges, got caught in a different charge.
For a girl. So yeah, that's the only reason. So it took a couple years. I think it was 2021 that like everything that he actually went to jail for it, which he only did like a year and change for, and got 5 years probation. Yeah, the system is so screwed up.
Right. Especially it had something to do with a child. And isn't that aggravated assault to strangle somebody?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that would be like his second charge for AS for, yeah. So it's like, I'm like thinking like, what is going on? And then like to top it off, he still be around his kids. How is that possible? How is that possible?
This is way more than I thought. Like, I didn't even know about the first incident, which is crazy. Before being 1 year old, bleeding in that V area is crazy. Now the second one is like, and I've also heard a story about the second one is that he was drunk and then trying to put her in the car and then he accidentally slammed the door. But if you were drunk, why were you getting in a car to drive anywhere?
Yeah, no. That's a lie, because if you had slammed the car door on her leg, it wouldn't be the femurs all the way like up here. So it's like it would cause like a bruised line.
Right.
The shape of the door. No, what happened, she had her leg off the car seat and her inner thigh was on the outside and he went pop to her. So
allegedly.
Yeah, I would say allegedly, because we don't know exactly what happened there. But from the words of my daughter and from the words of his grandmother, I'm sorry, I believe my daughter. So what's that called? And then yeah, and it's just like, you supposedly slammed the car on her leg, but why did she have bruises on her head? Because she also had bruises when he broke her femur and her hip bone. He had bruises, and it clearly states it on the paperwork that she had injuries to her head and body. So, was it really a car door? Did the car door really do all of that?
Yeah.
But have her body out the car, like, what's going on? Like,
right.
What's really going on? Like,
yeah, this is way worse than I saw on the paperwork, any of that, because people were coming at me crazy. How could you believe him? It says unfounded. That's not the only thing, though. And I said, well, from what I'm seeing on the papers, that's what I'm believing. Until I speak to Sammy, I see her paperwork. I hear from her. I talk to her. I can't make a real assumption on anything because I wasn't there. I'm also not the law. You feel me? So all I can do is hear from both sides and then make a decision on who I'm going to interact with online. It's just that simple. You feel me?
Exactly.
So this is crazy. And I feel like at this point, there's no reason you should be getting any hate because you're just speaking as the voice of your daughter, as you should. You're the mama.
I get hate for no reason. And I'm just like, I'm not understanding. Like,
people were getting both cases confused, the essay and the cases with your daughter, because the case that I saw, you're also telling me now that's the essay case that was unfounded. So I didn't know.
Well, yeah, because when a child is really hurt, the doctors automatically do, a essay kit.
Right.
So if their injuries are like high, they automatically do a essay kit. So with that, it's like the essay was unfounded, but I just keep telling people, you're giving me all this hate. Tell him to prove to you that the injuries were unfounded. I have the paperwork here that it says it clearly states black and white, and it clearly states on his charges on PAE docket. It's a thing for Pennsylvania. Like, it shows everyone's charges. You put their name, their last name, their first name, and their birthday, and it shows you all the charges. Since it's public information, all their charges. Right. So that's the video that I posted of like his aggravated assault on a minor and all of that.
Right.
So that's the charges that he got charged with, which was for my daughter. So it's like, dude,
and all these stories. Now that you have this paperwork in black and white, that's the next post that you need to make, because at the end of the day, the ones that we're seeing from him is what I made my opinion on. So for you to post what you have now with the injuries being founded, having that evidence, that's the next piece that people need to see so they can really have a full picture. Because yes, the essay was unfounded, but the injuries were not unfounded.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
And that's the thing. Like, because with all of that, I ended up, the reason why I got a paper stating that my daughter's injuries were unfounded is because when I take her to the hospital, because she has asthma, so when I take her to the hospital, I took her to the hospital because she was having bad asthma and coughing and stuff. So they do an x-ray for her lungs, right? So, again, due to my daughter's osteochondroma, they called CYS on me. They called CYS on me saying that her ribs were broken, her arm is broken, and all of that. So, like, but then it was, like, unfounded. I'm like, I'm going all the way to Hershey because y'all keep playing with me. Y'all keep playing with me. Her doctor's in Hershey, PA, so we going over there. Right. Like, yeah, and it was unfounded. So I'm like, these photos and stuff that he's posting, tell him to post the unfounded on causing bodily harm to my child. Not the essay. We all know that it was unfounded, which I completely said I thank God for that. Like, no child, no one, period, should have to go through that. Right. So it's like, yeah, I thank God for that. And it's just like, all these stories you're telling, first you're blaming it on your grandmother, then you're blaming it on your cousin that has the same name as you. I called his cousin's baby mom, I'm like, yo, who goes over here claiming that your baby dad is my daughter's father and that he did this to my daughter, like, just because they have the same last name and same name. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's exposing your baby dad all over TikTok. Like, he's exposing your baby dad, his picture and all of that. And that's because his cousin was in jail. But I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, and then I exposed that because I'm like, his name is Eli Rodriguez. His cousin's name is Elias Rodriguez. It's different people. It's two different people, but it's like you know? So it's like, he thought he could get away with that, but then I posted, like, yeah, I showed proof. Like, you know, I come with receipts. Every single time, this is the thing. Every single time I say something, I'm going to come with receipts. My story doesn't change. It has not changed. Why? Because my story is the truth.
Right.
This is my daughter's truth, and I will speak on it. And my story will not change. Why? Because it is the truth. How many times has his story changed? Like, he finally admitted it not too long ago that he was drunk AF and slammed the car on her leg. But we all know that's not, well, I'm not going to put everybody else in it. Me and you both know that is not the truth, dude. So, like, it's just like, I just want him to, like, you know, come out and speak the truth. If you claim you love her and you claim you want justice for her, give her the justice that, you know, she needs, she deserves.
Right.
That's it. That's all I want. Because when she turns 16, because I feel as though that's old enough for her to speak up.
Yeah.
When it comes to her turning 16, I'm going to be right by her side. And she's going to speak her feelings to you. However she wants to speak it.
Right.
She don't want to speak, she don't need to speak. But, yeah. And then, another thing.
Yeah.
Y'all, why he tried to say that I was extorting him for $10,000?
I was going to ask that. I was like, how do you feel about the extortion claims?
Yes. And because Chris was the first one that came to me about it. He's like, yo, Sammy, like, he's trying to say that you told him to give you $10,000 and then you'll say it's all a lie and da-da-da-da.
Right.
Oh, I'm like, can y'all tell him to expose that number? Expose that number. Please expose that number because he doesn't have my number. And I've been telling everybody been telling him to expose that conversation. Literally trying to expose that conversation so that way I could be like, yo, like, I come with receipts. Why can't you come with receipts?
Right. Especially if you're claiming it's me, it should be easy to just be like.
Exactly. So it's like, claim it. And don't use this PFA as an excuse.
Yeah.
Don't use this PFA as an excuse. Because you had no problem speaking on me and my child while you couldn't contact us or speak about us. So don't use that as an excuse because he's smart. He's smart. And like, people are so infatuated with him that they will believe whatever he says. So it's like, please, y'all. And you got like, you're like very big. So yeah, I want all these people on the comments or whatever to tell him expose that number. Because
honestly, that would clear up a lot of stuff, honestly. Because that would clear up the fact of, is it her or is it not her? That would also give you a peace of mind to know that Sammy's not trying to extort you. That would also give you a peace of mind as well as Eli yourself.
Exactly. And I'm just like, you really think that he doesn't help with my kid? Doesn't help. I've never put him on child support. I was never that type of female. I've never put him on child support, never asked him for anything. And even with all of this, never asked him for anything. All I asked, stay away. Stay away. And give my daughter justice. That's all I want.
Right.
That's all I asked. I've never asked it for money. So I'm just like, go ahead, expose that number, honey, because,
yeah. That would make it real easy to say that's not you, honestly.
Exactly. But all he's going to do is talk about it. I'm not the only one that extorted him for money. Like, he tried to say Chris and Riddler extorted him for money. And it's just like, boy, stop it. Stop it. Like, what are you doing?
You guys, she did explain that he did go to jail for about a year and some change. And then now he's on probation for 5 years. So he's technically still currently on probation, y'all, for this situation.
And I currently got a PFA on him as well because he, I guess he gets off of probation soon. So he was like, just wait until I get off of probation. Like I had someone send me a video and was like, oh, he's over here saying wait until he gets off of probation. like going to see who's going to be talking now. So I automatically was like, I don't know anything about this dude. I don't know where he's at. I don't know anything. So it's like, yeah, you ain't going to catch me or my child slipping. And I'm always with my kids. So I hurried up, went, got a PFA, and he was supposed to be there. He was supposed to come and prove that he was innocent and everything, even though I had like a whole bunch of evidence on him. He was supposed to still come and prove his innocence.
Oh,
never
you mean
showed
in
up.
this live? He was supposed to come
No,
to
not
this
on this live.
Oh, I was like, what? I didn't tell him to come.
No, he was supposed to come because sheriff gave him a court paper, and he was supposed to go to the courthouse while I was doing this PFA to prove his innocence, but he never showed up. So the judge, with all my evidence that I had, they granted me the PFA.
Right. So currently and going forward, he still won't be able to contact you or your baby. Period.
Mm-mm. The PFA is for me and my child. Yes. I'm like, yeah, you can't.
You do what you're supposed to do. You do that. And you make sure that you're covered with legal protection. And that's what you're supposed to do. Like, nobody can make you feel any type of way about that. Because at the end of the day, you're protecting yourself and your child as you're supposed to. So
exactly.
I agree with all the steps you've taken to make sure you're good and she's good. Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes. And I know later on I will be posting all this new evidence that I just found. Because, like, I got so much paperwork. I'm just like, it's too much to go through. But I found these, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Like,
and I think you have every right to back up everything you've said. Because after this, I will download it and post it to YouTube. So anybody who missed it, they can watch it. And then they can come back to your page and look at your evidence in real time. Because unfortunately here with the green screen, they couldn't read it. But if y'all want a clear view after she has told you everything she said, she's also going to post it so you can read it your damn self. And that's enough proof to make a decision for yourselves. If you want to support people, if you don't, if you want to watch people, if you don't. It's that simple. Because I think that's important.
Let me just say, like, it's sad how many, like, all right, I didn't really get my story completely out there, you know, so I'm not bashing anyone that did not believe. But after today, if you, like, with all the proof that I'm going to show you guys, if you are just, like, going to keep supporting him, that's on y'all. I can't make anyone do anything. Like I said, I'm not a TikTok creator. I just come on TikTok just to listen to music and vibe out.
Right.
I don't look for clout. I don't look for fame. I don't look for money or none of that. So it's like, really, really know who you guys are, like, supporting. Honestly, because it's all right there on black and white, what he's done. And it's just like, me personally,
I forgot to ask you, what
so
age was the second incident with her legs and the femur? Or the legs and her hip? How old was she at then?
Like a year and change. Yeah, it wasn't like too far from the
her body development. Like, she's still growing, and she's getting like real bad injuries. Damn.
Yeah, my daughter being a baby, she went through so much, and I can't even imagine what else she's been through behind closed doors, being over there, and it's just like,
that's traumatizing.
I'm just glad that I got my daughter out of there. Yeah, like, my daughter still suffers. She goes to see a therapist every week. She still suffers from depression, anxiety. Like, when my daughter's with her dad, because I only let her go to her dad's house and my mom's house. And not the dad, Eli. Right. She goes to the dad that raised her. So, was that when she goes to her dad's house and my mom's house, she got her own phone for that reason. She calls me. I'm video calling her every single day in the morning. At least once in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one before bedtime. Just to make sure everything's fine. Because it's like, my daughter's traumatized. I'm traumatized too, because what?
Yeah, it's a lot going on. And so young. Like, that's so sad, because that's their literal most developmental ages in body, mind, like everything. So if things like this, very traumatic things like this, are happening to the people that are supposed, or from the people that are supposed to protect you, love you, keep you safe, that shit affects kids and adults forever sometimes. So I'm glad you're also getting her into therapy, and, you know, you're always there for her. She always has you to contact. That's really, really good. I think you're doing everything you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and for the person that said, like, she remembers when she was 1 year old, my daughter's been talking since 11 months.
Oh, damn, she's smart.
Yeah, my daughter's very intelligent. She's been talking since 11 months. Wow. 11 months old. So
and let's also say, chat, she also said her grandmother also said.
His grandmother.
His grandmother.
Yeah, his grandmother. The one that he blamed it on.
Damn.
It's the lady, like, she's been raising him or whatever, like, taking care of him his whole life or whatever. So it's that lady. And it's crazy because how you gonna go blame somebody that, you know, taking care of you, that you call mom? Like, I'm like, okay.
Oh, Lord, chat, this is way more than I ever even expected. I'm not gonna lie.
If he has custody of his autistic son, I think they said that his uncle has custody of him. And about that, y'all. So the mother of his autistic son, I even told her, I wrote her, because I'm a mother, and she may not like me, but it's about the kids. So I had hit her up and was like, yo, I'm just now hearing that Eli is putting his knee on your son that can't speak just to give him a haircut. Because you know what, autistic kids, they can't, like, sit down still, and they don't like nobody being too close to them and stuff. So, and I got this all from his grandma. His grandma spilt the tea. Like, she was crying and everything. She spilt the tea. And I'm like, yo, Ty, like, he's over here hurting your son. Like, can you check up on him? Like, he's coming home with bruises, like, 2 and 2 together. So, and she was like, B, stay out my life, da-da-da-da, like, da-da-da. I'm like, listen, I'm just trying to let you know, inform you what's going on.
Like, mother to mother.
Yeah, but by all means, have a nice one. God bless. And I left it as that. I was just like,
that is crazy. That kind of reaction is like, as a mother, I'm trying to tell you something, even if you don't believe it or whatever the case might be, like, you should appreciate that I'm at least coming to you with what I've heard.
Yeah, being concerned about your child. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to look out for any child. I don't care if it's my child or not. Like, I'm going to look out for any child. So it's like, I'm coming to you as a grown woman, like, yo, your son, my daughter's stepbrother, like, is being harmed. He can't talk, so can you be his voice? Like, what?
That's so sad.
And then even with his other baby mom, because he's been saying that.
Wait, he got 3?
Yeah, he got 3.
I thought he only had 2 baby moms.
One passed away, me, and then a girl named Justice. With his daughter that he's posting.
Okay.
A lot of people get that confused, saying, oh, he's posting your daughter. No, that's not my daughter. That's his daughter with another girl. But he keeps claiming, and this is a sad thing, y'all. This is sad because, like, he keeps claiming, my baby mom's not here to speak on what happened because she was there. What happened with Maya, my daughter, and she wasn't. He was with Justice, his third baby mom. Because she's the one who took my daughter to the hospital.
Why would he lie about that? And put in that her?
Because Justice came out and she be going back and forth. Because, like, she hits me up one day, oh, I'm scared. Like, how do I do a PFA? Like, he keeps beating me and I need to do this and this and that. And I'm telling her, like, yo, do this, go through that. And I'm trying to help her out. And then next you know, she's on live, because I went live with a TikToker named Ghost. I went live with her, and Justice went live with her as well. And she was like, yeah, he's a POS, and he did that and everything. But then when she gets cool with him, I guess he calls her up and was like, whatever, he calls her or something happened. I don't know what happened, so I'm not going to say it. But then she flip-flops and be like, oh, he's cool. He's a cool dad and everything. And I'm just like, girl, you giving me a headache. What is going on? But he was there, so he be scared and said that his deceased baby mom was there, so that way nobody goes to justice. And justice doesn't speak out, unfortunately.
So Justice, the one who got the real tea, she seen shit, she heard shit, she was a witness to the shit, but she want to be quiet because she still wants a connection to him, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And she's a mother too. Like, girl.
A mother to a little girl too. And then the crazy thing is, she goes and hits me up and try to make me feel bad. Y'all, my daughter has 2 siblings out there that unfortunately she would never know until she gets older. And she's like, oh, my daughter keeps asking about Maya. She knows about her sister. Like, can we meet and stuff so we can have a play day and stuff? And I'm just like, I'm sorry, Justice. I don't mean no disrespect. And I'm going to say this in the most respectful way possible. If you condoned what he's done to my daughter and you were still with him after the fact, so no. Your daughter, send my apologies, but your daughter won't get to know my daughter, and neither will you, neither will none of his family get to know my daughter. I will not ever put my daughter in a predicament that is a slight chance for her to even get emotionally hurt.
Yeah.
Not again. Not again. The first time, it wasn't by my fault. It was the system effed up, but it won't happen again. It won't. Mm-mm.
And that the audacity to even ask when you were supposedly there during incident 1. Was it incident 1 or incident 2?
No, incident 2.
The worst one? So you was there supposedly for incident number 2 and you stayed with him, didn't say nothing, did it? And you want to now ask for our daughters to be friends. Fuck do I mean, like, the audacity is crazy to ask, truly. Like,
yes. My daughter is 9. Yeah, so it's like, it was just crazy. I'm just like, but I didn't want to be mean. I don't have, like, I'm not with the whole drama and all that. So I'm just like, I'm not having no hate in my heart towards you or that little girl. But unfortunately, she won't be in my daughter's life. She will not be in my daughter's.
Took your child to the hospital. Ain't no way you didn't know or see what happened. Like, she had to have seen or heard or been there for what happened for her to be the one to take her to the hospital. So you know more than you're saying or telling me. Mm-hmm. So then to ask me, like,
exactly my point. And it's like, girl, you didn't speak up. Mm-hmm. You ain't speak up. Mm-hmm. Like, come on now. You a mother and you still. Yeah. Could never. And I'm just like, And then you still flip-flopping. Like, girl, the truth been exposed and you're still flip-flopping and still allowing this dude to get your child. Which God protect them kids. You know, God has his hands on those kids. And I hope and pray he will forever have his hands on those kids while he's with them. Even when they're not with him. So that's all I could say about that. And it's just like, it's sad that mothers support that type of person and still are so infatuated and in love with that type of person. And it's just like, I mean, everybody wants that perfect family, the mommy and daddy raising their kids and stuff. But it's like, you don't need the biological parents to have a happy home.
Right.
You really don't.
And so, I truly believe that people can change. But I also believe if you lie about your past and you deceive people about your past or you spin stories about your past, you are not going to be in a full, like, acceptance to change and be a better person until you address it and be real about what's happened. You feel me? So that's just me.
Exactly. Exactly. How can you move on and move forward without accepting what you've done. Like, accept the demons that you went through so that way you could become a better person. But you cannot become a better person speaking all these lies. You cannot become a better person if you're going to go and keep lying, and especially not giving your child justice that she deserves. And it's just like, speak on it. Speak on it. Live your truth. Live your truth so that way you can succeed in life. Live your truth so that way you can move forward. Live your truth. Speak your truth so that way you could be forgiven, not by me, but you could be forgiven by other people.
Right.
Like, I know they say forgiveness is for yourself and stuff. And listen, I'm trying, but that's just something that I can't get over. And the only way that I will get over it is if my daughter is old enough to forgive him for that. Yeah. And right now she's not, because she wants nothing to do with him, and she's too young to even want anything to do with him. Yes, listen, y'all, my daughter knows about the situation. She knows that her dad is not her real dad. She knows Eli's her real dad. She knows what happened. She knows why he is not allowed around us. And she knows that I put a PFA against him. She knows all of that. And honestly, y'all, she could care less about him. Like, stay that way. So it's like, until she's old enough, I will still not, he won't be forgiven.
And it's tough for
and
her
I don't care. I will
have to know everything she's been through so young. But unfortunately, she is, like, you're forced. Everybody's forced to be real with her what's happened to her so she can understand why she's not in a situation to be around him. And that's tough because he forced that to happen, you know? So it's like... And it's crazy because, like, I recently had to explain all of this to her. Like, she already knew about him and stuff, but I recently had to explain more to her because the day of the PFA, y'all, my anxiety, like, my nerves were going crazy. Like, she even had to help me with breakfast. Like, I would be so hard to try to hide my feelings. Like, she literally was like, Mommy, what's wrong? Like, let me help you with breakfast, because I cook breakfast and lunch for my kids for school. So I couldn't even do that early in the morning. I'm like, dang, in an hour, I have to be at this place at the courthouse. Like, he's going to be there. Like, I have to face my daughter's attacker. And it's just like, how, like, I'm not emotionally prepared for this. Like, right. I'm not emotionally prepared for this right now. Like, this is the wrong place to see him. Right. This is the wrong place to see him at for the first time. So it's just like, I was just like, oh my goodness, like... So she helped me, and then she's like, Mommy, like, she started tearing up and crying. So I started crying, and I'm just like, I explained to her, and like, that was just like a hard talk. And she's like, Mommy, but you don't have to go. Like, call daddy, call grandma, call grandpa, like, call cousin, like, call these people so they could go with you, like, to protect you. And I'm like, it's okay, baby. Like, there's going to be police, and I'm going to have my lawyer and everybody there. Like, there's mad police. She's like, Mommy, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go. And I'm like, baby, I got to do something to protect us. Like, I have to do something, because at the end of the day, he has people even over here where I live. So it's like, I cannot. Like, the other day, I ran into his cousin, the one that he said that was Elias. Yeah. Elias, the one that he said abused her. I even ran into him, and I'm like, I froze. I'm like, right. Yo, what's going on? Like, I cannot. So I'm like, yeah, I need to protect my daughter by all costs. Yes. And myself, because I cannot afford to anything to happen and my daughter be here without me. Yeah. And nobody is worth that. Yeah. Sorry. And I'm proud of you also for building a family around her. Even if it's without him, you still gave her a father figure. You still have those grandparents. You are still the mother that's going to be there every time. So you've still built a family unit for her, regardless. And that's what I wish a lot of young mothers, even just mothers in general, would understand. It doesn't have to be the original father all the time. If that's not what's best for you and your family, you don't have to do that. You can still build a bigger, better, safer family for your child, for you and them.
Yes, and I would say, like, a lot of people stay in toxic relationships just for their kids, just for the sake of their kids. And it's like, you are just teaching your kids toxic traits, honestly. And that is sad, because when they grow up, they're going to think that it's okay. Oh, mommy's getting pop. Like, that's okay. Let me, especially for a boy, let me go and do that to a female to show them that I love her. Or let the girls, let a guy do that to them, thinking it's all love. And it's really not. Like, I'm sorry, if, like, your kid's happiness matters, but your happiness matters as well. And it's most important, because if you're happy and you're living in a happy home, your kids will be happy and they will be safe and loved and, like, have all that good energy surrounding them. And that's what's the best of the child. That's the best interest in the child. So it's like, think about it. If you are in, like, a relationship like that, like, don't stay in it. Don't.
It is not.
It's not. At the end of the day, you're messing up your mind and your life, but you are also messing up these young kids. And it's sad.
Yeah. And that mental health stays. And it's always there, even if you shove it back, even if you do the therapy, you do this, like, you have to go through a lot to recover from mental things, you guys. You need to understand the mental and emotional sometimes can be worse than the physical, because it affects you for longer. The physical can heal, the physical can go away, the physical can get better. Sometimes that mental and emotional is stuck with you for years. You never know. So it's like, you need to do what's best for you, your child, your family, and your future, because that shit will stay if you don't do something sooner than later.
Exactly. And it's like, I see people, like, asking me if he ever hit me too. And this was, a lot of people asked me that. And I always said, no, he's never laid a hand on me, never got physical with me. He only threatened me through social media or the phones. Like I say, he picks and chooses who he can do that to, because he's done it to his other baby moms, but not to me, because not to me. Not to me, because the people I have behind me, like, not to me. Like, I may be small, but the people I have behind me big, okay? So it's like, he picks and chooses who he
and I
does
think he
that
also
to.
knows you gonna handle shit legally. You're not gonna let nothing play, because you don't want to be in any type of trouble. The people you care about, you don't want them to be in no type of trouble. You're gonna let the court handle what they supposed to handle. You play smart. You play safe.
I'm sorry. Call me a cop caller, call me a snitch or whatever, but it's not snitching if it's protecting your kids and yourself. Like, I don't care. Like, ain't nothing going to come between my kids and I. Like, nothing. I'm sorry. I don't even, in my life, I don't have no type of drama. I don't have, like, nothing. So, like, for someone that doesn't have anything going for themselves, gonna come into my life and try, no, it's not happening. No, I will happily call the cops on him. Like, no. But his other baby mom,
she already said that the other baby mom told her that she was getting hands on him, or hands on her from him. That's how she knows.
Yeah. And I even posted, that conversation's on the video too of what I posted of his charges to the conversation. Like I said, girl, when I talk, yes, when I
like me for real, when I come with receipts too. I don't play that.
Yes, I'm not gonna go and then talk my talk without having receipts backing up what I said. Like, because then that's gonna just be all talk, and then he say, she say. Yeah. Nah, honey, not speak. It's all facts. It's all facts, because I got the papers to prove it. Like,
exactly. And she, okay, somebody's asking, can she reconfirm the ages of the incidents? So I guess
okay, so the first incident was when she was like not even a year old, like 10 months, 11 months or something like that. I'm not sure. And the second incident was when she was a year and change. So I'm not really sure, because I was locked up at that time. Again, no fault of my own. I was falsely accused of something.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all, do you guys have any cleanup conversation questions that you have? Like anything that you're still confused about that I can ask Sammie for y'all, you can write in the comments. She told the full story. She showed new receipts. She said she will post those as well if y'all want to look at that. But if there's any new questions, just ask.
So she was, the doctor said she was bleeding due to the tumors growing. So it was causing her bleeding in the inside. So that's why she was bleeding.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a baby just dealing with that and you don't know why you're hurting. You can't say shit. Like, no, there was only 2 incidents.
And it wasn't. Yeah, it was 2 incidents.
And no, she was not essayed, you guys. That is what has been found unfounded.
Why does she have bite marks? That's a question that I can't answer for y'all. She had bite marks all over her body as well. And that was from the first incident. That's why I put a PFA. And like I said, he said he didn't do it or whatever. And that's why he ended up leaving the place that he was with his first baby mom. Because, yeah, she had bite marks. Besides the bruising on her face and her ear and stuff, she had bite marks and bruising on her body. And, like, fingerprints and stuff. Yeah, my daughter has been through a lot, y'all. Not even from 2 down. Like, she's been through a lot. But ever since I had her, she... Not once. Were they adult bite marks? No, they were kid bite marks.
So that must have been like, well, not must have been, but that could have been being left alone and unsupervised, and the kids are, Lord. And
even if they were like, oh well, we wasn't there to see it and stuff. How you gonna leave a baby with some grown kids and older kids and not be supervised, especially when your house is not baby proof?
Right. And she's under 1 year old.
Exactly.
I'm not leaving no baby. Like, oh my God. It's some people, like, people get mad when people say this, but it's some people I don't think deserve to have children. I do think there should be a better, I don't know if we need to test people and see if they're mentally capable of being mothers and fathers. I don't know. But it's some people I'm like,
how?
I don't get it. I just don't.
Like, how are they parents? Like, it just be too much, bro.
Absolutely. Y'all, if you have any wrap-up questions, please go ahead and let me know. If not, I have one last wrap-up question for Sammie as well. If you guys need any clarification, let me know so we can make sure the full story is described. I feel like you've done a great job, Sammie. You've gone in the timeline. You've answered questions here and there. So I really appreciate you so far. You've really done a great job of giving us a full picture from your side, your daughter's side, and just what we need to know to put the pieces together. So I really appreciate you for that.
And I appreciate you for letting me tell what happened and telling my daughter's story and getting it out there and like actually listening. And you can't see all the facts, but don't worry, you will see all the facts. But like y'all already know, I come with receipts, so it's no big for me.
We know, though. You don't play about that shit.
Yes, it is.
But I do have one last question for you. Is there anything that you really want to say to just wrap up this situation that you've described? Like, is there anything you really want to say? What do you need from this situation? What do you want people to know? Something like that you want to just make sure you're heard right now. Okay,
so what I want to say is, y'all, to stop supporting this dude and stop believing all these lies that he is saying. Stop feeling sorry for him. That's his get to. Like, he likes to play victim. He's a narcissist. He likes to play victim. And it's like, you cannot play victim when it comes to a child. You done it. Deal with it. And I just want the justice my daughter deserves. Like, I don't know what it is, what she deserves, because I can't say what she deserves, but what, like, she deserves from him is, like, get it out there. Speak the truth. I want to know what really happened to her. Why? Why? You can't blame it on being drunk. You can't blame it on anything. I want to know why. And it's like, you keep speaking about this without having any paperwork, any facts, and it's like, it's so annoying. I keep blocking this dude, and he comes up with more pages, and then I'm getting tagged in a whole bunch of stuff. I'm getting a whole bunch of hate mail, and it's like, why? Why are you coming for me? Why are you coming for me when I'm just speaking for my daughter? Like, at the end of the day, I'm speaking for her, and I will forever speak for her. No matter how much hate I get, I'm gonna speak for my daughter. Y'all think I want clout? I don't come on TikTok to ask for no gifts, to ask for no money, to ask to be famous or none of that. Like, I don't want any of that. I don't need any of that. So it's like, just leave me alone. Leave me alone, and honestly, give my daughter the justice that she deserves. And it would be a big help if he doesn't pop up on my TikTok. Like,
get him out of here.
Yes, it'll be a big help if he does not keep popping up on my TikToks. And like, I don't want to know when he's going live. I don't want to know any of that. I don't care. I don't care. So please stop coming to me and telling me, oh, he's going live, talking about this, talking about that. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I keep blocking him for a reason, and you keep popping it up. Like, if it's about me speaking for my daughter, cool. I'll speak for my daughter. But I don't care if he's going live or any of that. If he's talking about my daughter or speaking her name or anything, just send me a screenshot. I'll send it to his PO. It's that simple, because that's the type of time I'm on. That's it. Like, all these people send me screenshots and the videos that whatever he speaks of on me and my daughter, just send it to me. Just send it to me, and I'll send it to the court, to his PO.
Right. Damn.
I know, you're just like,
I'm like, damn.
You wasn't expecting all of this.
I was not. I thought it was just like gonna be a cleanup session. Like, let me confirm this. This is way more than all of that. But I'm so grateful that people were coming to you to tell you, hey, she's gonna give you an offer to speak. Like, come and talk. Like, people encourage you to feel safe here. And I really want to say thank you to everybody who did reach out to Sammie, because I didn't know who she was. I couldn't find her. I just had no fucking idea. So I really, really appreciate y'all for helping to get her to come over here and just speak for herself. And Sammie, you did amazing. You are doing right by your daughter. You are protecting your daughter. You are being your daughter's voice. And I want you to know that you are doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm very proud of you. I think if anybody tries to come and be, oh, this or oh, that, it is what it is. Y'all have now heard both sides. You have an opportunity to make your own decision, but please understand the people you support have every right to be criticized, have every right to be called out, and have every right to be told when they're wrong or they're switching stuff up. You feel me? Now, we were not there as the people who are watching and hearing from both of them, but we can definitely take into account what each person has said and make your own decision. Be a grown adult, use your critical thinking, and move accordingly. Period.
Exactly. Period.
So, Sammie, thank you, girl. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I really appreciate you. For anybody who's asking these questions that she has already answered, this will be on YouTube later if you need to watch it and just get the real story from her. And please follow Sammie if you're not already. She will post evidence. She will post receipts because, like she said, she don't play that. If she has it, she will post it. So just be ready, okay?
Yo, thanks.
Thank you so much, girl. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Of course.
Of course, you too.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too.
All right, y'all. We did it. I'm so glad we could speak to Sammie. I'm really, really glad that we could hear her side. I'm glad that we could see and hear from what she needs to say and let us hear. So I'm going to end this live here so I can cut it and post it to YouTube. No cuts, no edits, no da-da-da. I will get back on and we can do a panel. If you guys would like to ask me any questions or you guys just want to chat, we can do that too. But I'm going to get off for 1 second and I'll get right back on. If you're not already following me, make sure you follow me right now. Go to my page, like and comment on a couple videos while you wait for me for a second, and I'll be right back. Mwah.